Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a Q&A, my first ever Q&A actually. I headed off to social media and asked for your questions, and I got a fair few actually. So I'm going to put the names of the people who asked down below as we go, and what question they asked, because quite a few of these people have channels, so don't forget to check their channels out after the video. And let's just get into it, shall we? So I've got my questions in my handy notebook here. I love this notebook. I just love stationery, to be honest. The Mokips family, I may have said that completely wrong, asked me, what creature in New Zealand do you fear the most? Alright, so when I first got this question, I was like, there's not really too many creatures in New Zealand that are like super scary. Like, we don't have snakes, we don't have like massive spiders, we don't have, I don't know, scorpions and other creatures. We've mostly got birds and insects. And then I thought about it a bit more, and I'm like, actually, there is a creature in New Zealand that I really do fear. So this kind of goes back to when I was about 5, and my nephew and I were looking at this book. He's 6 months older than me, so yeah, that's why we're about the same age. And we're looking at this book of like venomous spiders, and there was one in there and it was a redback spider, and I remember thinking as a 5-year-old, that is the most scariest creature in the entire world. Like, I don't know why, but yes, then and there I was like, that is terrifying. But at the time it was alright, because I was like, okay, it's alright, you know, it lives in Australia, I'm fine because I live in New Zealand. And then when I was about 15, I saw this poster and it was about New Zealand spiders, and one of the spiders on it was a redback, and I was like, we have redbacks in New Zealand, I didn't know. So I was kind of like, okay, that's alright, they probably live in the forest, I'm never going to see one. So it was fine, carried on my life, didn't see a redback, cool. And then a few weeks ago actually, I was moving out of my old house, and Ruth was round and Jess, and we were doing all the weeding and stuff, and you know, pulling out plants. So Ruth was like, what do we put the plants in, because we're just putting them in a pile and carrying them. And I was like, well, maybe we should get a wheelbarrow. And she was like, I don't really want to get it out of the garage, because the garage is like, it's like a 4-car garage, it's massive, and inside, like, it's really really old, and there's just junk in there and massive spiders and all sorts. And she's like, oh, I don't really want to get the wheelbarrow out because I'm scared of a spider. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine, I'll get the wheelbarrow out then. So when I got the wheelbarrow out, like a really old wheelbarrow, like I don't think it's been touched in like 10 years, and I got it out and I was like, oh, there won't be a spider on it. I was kind of like thinking in my head, I was like, oh, there could be, but I'm like, oh, chances are it won't be. So I grabbed it and we filled it up, and then we went to tip it into the skip, because we had a big skip. I think we went to skip, no, we had a trailer. We went to tip it into the trailer, and we went to lift it up, and we were pushing it over onto the edge, and on the bottom, like, honestly, there was a redback spider. Like, first Jess was like, there's a spider on the, like a massive spider on the bottom, and then I was like, oh, what? And I was like, I'll get the fly spray. So then she looked at it, and then she was like, Rachel, can you come look at this? I'm pretty sure it was a redback, and it was like this, it was really like this big. Like, if you're in Australia, you'd be like, man, she's such a one. But honestly, it was this massive redback on the bottom of the trailer. And the worst bit was, I had been storing stuff in that garage. So I had like all my Christmas stuff, all my teaching stuff, just random stuff that like I didn't really need in the house. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go through all of my stuff, and there's like been a flippin' redback living in the garage. Who knows how many more there are. I literally dragged out all the boxes, it was so scary. I actually didn't want to go in there ever again. And I pulled out every item individually, or like if there was a spider on it, I'd spray it. And just to check that there was no redbacks living in my stuff. So I'm like, I'm not moving house and bringing a redback with me. Like, how crazy is that? I lived in a house, and all that time there's a redback living in my garage. Like, my worst fear. Afterwards people were like, there's the whitetails that are worse than the redbacks, but I'm like, I am not risking getting bitten by a redback. No, thank you. That is my most feared creature in New Zealand, redback spiders. Mess to Home asked, if you could choose to drink one beverage for the rest of your life, what would it be? At first I thought about, you know, like, I don't drink coffee, I drink tea occasionally, like a herbal, sometimes I have a peppermint tea, and I thought, oh, maybe hot chocolate, but I'm like, I'm not really a huge hot drink person. So it's like smoothies, and I was like, at the end of the day, the thing I drink most is water. And I'm like, I know that's not very exciting, but it's good for your skin. And normally actually, if I go to someone's house and they're like, oh, what would you like to drink? I'm like, oh, I'll just have a water. Exciting, eh? I don't know, sometimes you just need a good old water. So we'll take the really boring option today and go with water. RBTV asked, if you could choose one place to live in the world, where would it be? This one's really easy for me actually, because my parents are from England and my 4 older siblings are from England, so I've got lots of family over there, so I would say England. Because I can meet my family, it's so easy to travel over there, like everything's so close. Like New Zealand is literally in the middle of nowhere. The closest thing is Australia, and it still costs very to get there because you still got to go it's like 3 hours away. Over there, like, you can drive to another country, you can get a train to another country, you can fly somewhere for like 30 bucks. Like, it's insane how close together everything is over there. So I'd love to live over there to travel, and I just love like how old everything is over there and historic, and I just think it would be a really cute place to live. So yeah, if I could live somewhere, it would be England. Kaneko Kerry asked, which countries have you been to? So I've been to Australia many times. I've been to Thailand, I've been to Bali, I've been to Singapore airport multiple times, but I've never actually left to the airport, so I don't think that really counts. But I've been on their land. I've been to the Solomon Islands, and I've been to Egypt. I'd love to go to Europe, and I'd love to go to the UK and Africa. I've technically been to Africa because Egypt is in the continent of Africa, but I kind of like to go more like help out places like Uganda. I'd love to go to South Africa and go on a safari. Africa's a place I've always really wanted to go. Like yeah, Europe, Africa, UK, they're the top 3 places, well, areas I would go if I could go anywhere next. But if someone's going to give me a free trip somewhere, I'll take anywhere. Kaneko Kerry also asks, what is on your bucket list? I would love to live in another country for a year, at least a year. I would love to see the Northern Lights, go hot air ballooning. I kind of like to go skydiving, but I'm like, would I actually do it when I got up there? Like, I love the idea of it. I think it would be really cool, but I'm not sure if I'd actually be able to make the jump. Robert Angle asked, where do you get your video editing inspiration? I really like watching lots of other people's videos for the editing. I'll just look up videos literally just to see how they've edited. I just find it really interesting to see the different styles and how creative different people are. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I really like that, I'll take a bit of that and I'll put it in, and then you kind of make it your own. One major inspiration is Jonathan Ciccone-Jolie. A year and a half ago he did this style that I really liked, where he would incorporate a lot of music into his vlogs. I don't think he does it so much now, occasionally, but not as much. And I really like that style. I tend to put a lot of music into my vlogs because I feel like it makes it a lot more interesting and it breaks it up a bit. The last baking video I did with Vinny, and I've been watching a lot of Full House lately, and they've got the laughter tracks in the background, so even off programs I'm like, and I was like, do you know what, I think it'd be really funny to make a video with a laughter track in the background, so that's what I did. So even just like on TV, you kind of look at their editing, like, oh, I like the way they edited that. When I was young I did a course, and that was a lot about different like shots and stuff, so I feel like I've taken what I've learned from that, and I try to have like different like angles and views of things, or taking different shots like eating breakfast maybe to tell a story, rather than maybe like, oh, I'm eating this, I'll film like a little bit of the bowl and a little bit of the cereal going in. I don't know, like that doesn't sound very interesting, but I try to film different angles and shots to kind of tell the story rather than me talking all the time. I'm always on the lookout for new ways to edit. The Sage of Steel asked, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Okay, so this goes way back to 2006, right? So YouTube was quite new, and I watched random stuff. I can't remember what I watched on YouTube back then. I have no idea. But I remember standing actually. I was doing some ironing, and I thought at the time, I was like, man, it would be really cool to start a YouTube channel. I actually have no idea then what I was thinking I was going to put on my channel. I don't know. And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool, that'd be a fun thing to do. And then, you know how you have these really good ideas, and then later on you're like, oh, nah, that's a dumb idea, what am I thinking? I didn't do it. I just thought, oh, you know what, I'm not confident enough. I mean, what are people going to think? 2006 or 2007, I think I made a My first ever video I put on YouTube was a Steve Irwin tribute video. I didn't know how to like download videos then to put them into a thing, so it's literally just a picture slideshow with a Lion King song in the background. Like, what else would I put in there? I will link that down below actually. That was my first ever official video uploaded to YouTube. In 2008, Gemma and I started going around and we would film like everything we did pretty much. We're pretty much vlogging, but I don't know if vlogging was a thing then. We're just walking around, we're like, oh yeah, cool, we're doing this today, and we're just filming our day, and just because. And we should have put that on YouTube, we didn't think about that. But we did make some random ass videos because I was like, oh, I really want to put something on YouTube, let's make some things. So we did random, like really random videos, like we'd make up like little music videos and put them on YouTube. Or just random skits and stuff. It was kind of my half attempt of, oh yeah, I have a channel kind of, but not really. So I did keep making videos over the years, but nobody was really seeing them. They were just kind of ending up on my computer. And I was still kind of like, oh, I want to make one, but I don't. And then Jess introduced me to Zoe and the Coney Jolies, and I was still kind of like, oh, I really want to do this. Why am I not doing this? Why have I not started this? But I was like, still at the back of my mind, I was like, no, I'm not confident enough. I just thought about what everyone else would think. Like, I really overthink what everyone else thinks about me, and it's so bad. Like, I need to stop. But I do, especially friends and family and people that know me. Like, if they don't know me, it's kind of a bit easier to be like, oh, I don't know you anyway, like, I don't care. But people you do know, it's harder. Like, one day I was like, you know, this is ridiculous, I'm just gonna do it. I did a test vlog once in 2015, I'm gonna say. Yeah. And it was the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, no, can't do this. Can't do this, it's too awkward. It's actually still on my channel, but it's on private because I can let anyone see it. But I did upload it because I'm like, it'll be quite interesting to look back on, but I don't want to share it with the world. One day I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to upload a video, put it on public for the world to see, and just see what happens. So that's when my rainbow bagel video came about, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And I put it on Facebook, and nothing happened, nothing drastic happened. Nobody came along and told me I was ridiculous. People said they enjoyed it, and I was like, oh, okay. The world didn't fall apart because I put a video on YouTube. A couple months later, 2 or 3 months later, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to start doing this YouTube thing. I'm going to start doing it regularly. I'm not going to put it off anymore, and that's when my channel was officially born. And then I named it. Actually, I think I'm going to have a blog first. I think I thought of it for my blog, but I didn't start my blog until after my channel. So I named my channel Life with Satch, which is a name my brother called me when I was really little. He called me Satchel as a nickname, and it kind of stuck over the years. And then it got shortened to Satch, and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to use that. It's a bit different, it's not my name, makes life more interesting, so Life with Satch was born. And I've been posting a video regularly for the last 6 months. Like, even if nobody watches them, it's something to look back on. It's like vlogs, it's like adventures I've had and things I've done, and I feel like I've changed even from the beginning to now, and it's really cool to see changing yourself. Actually, this kind of leads on nicely to my next question. If you could go back in time and change one thing about your life, what would it be? I kind of wish I just started YouTube earlier. Like, I've got a journal entry from 2014, I think, and I'm like, oh, I should start vlogging. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna do it, and then I think I filmed like one random trial thing myself, and I was like, oh, I'm so awkward, I'm not doing it. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, do it. Honestly, just do it. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you next time.